Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Here in the middle part of the season, Grant, what are the biggest challenges for players?
Well, B.A., it's mental, physical, and emotional fatigue. Night in and night out, you have to stay focused. With the amount of games teams play, all those back-to-backs, traveling across the country, bringing it every time out can be difficult.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Outside Garland. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Garland. Allen a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Allen who slams it home.
You can put that ball just about anywhere for Jared Allen. Puts those long arms to great use.
Paul with it. Picked up by Allen. Count that bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Well, what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Back to Booker. To the middle. Ayton. That one no good. Great D that time from Allen. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Garland. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Pass to Okoro. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
And Okoro, he plays determined, but he also plays very physical, so he's going to draw fouls from anywhere.
And you know, guys, I don't think too many people expected the resurgence we saw from the Cavs last season. It started with their defense.
Now here's Paul. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Okoro on the wing. And finished off by Garland.
That's pretty crazy. Garland at his size getting way up.
Well, in terms of their D, the Cavs have gone from one of the softer teams in the league to one of the toughest.
Well, think about this. I mean, they're a young team. They play with tremendous energy, and we see that in the way they get after it on defense.
Paul with it. He's picked up by Garland. Pass to Booker. Oh, rejected by Allen.
That's a great swat. Jared Allen gets up there. Hard to escape his reach. Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Cleveland. Calls timeout. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. It's Rubio with the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
You understand what the defense is trying to do, but Rubio just so creative out there to make plays.
To the inside. The perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that one's good.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
It's Bridges on the wing. No good with the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's a screen by Love. Throws it up high. Knocked loose. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Yeah, I know Kevin Love has slimmed down through the years, but the fundamental part of boxing out and using his body is not something that he's lost.
Now here's Rubio. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Back to LeVert. The Suns clear it. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
Good work there as it goes. LeVert's got his second basket of the game. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Cavaliers ahead. Up 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
And one of the big names on the move this past summer was Donovan Mitchell. Now, you figured his time in Utah was up as the team decided to change their core up. Could be a game changer, though, with this roster, even with all they gave up to get him.
Booker can't get it to go.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. Can you believe that's their first turnover? Good ball security has really helped them build this lead.
Here's Booker. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. Cavaliers on D. Pass to Booker. Here's Ayton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And Grant, Donovan Mitchell wears the number 45. Not one we see a lot of in the NBA.
That's true, B.A. But Donovan's got a good reason to wear it, paying homage to Michael Jordan. Mitchell said growing up, everyone always took 23, so he went to MJ's return number, 45.
Well, difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
And he's going for the lob. Allen can't get it to go.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Ayton tries again, and he lays it in.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Mitchell Garland for three. And Craig pulls it down.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's Booker. That shot off the mark. The Cavaliers leading. With the step back. Mitchell drives in. Good on the bucket. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender. And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Garland, no good.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Phoenix no good that time either. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Leading by 5. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. They wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Dean Wade. Ricky Rubio.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Šarić a screen to the paint. The kick out to Paul. Pass to Okogie. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Šarić.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And here's LeVert for three. It's hauled in by Šarić. The Suns trailing. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Rubio with the ball. And it's Paul picking him up. And here's LeVert for three. Rebounded by Chris Paul. Here's Phoenix. Over LeVert. Here's Bridges. And another shot. No luck on that one. And it's Cleveland the other way. And here's LeVert for three. And another miss by Cleveland.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
14 fouls. Now into lineup for your Cavaliers.
34 seconds left in the first half. Yep, that one goes. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
And that one drops.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Bridges. Knocks down the triple. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, you can add it to the list.
Here's Stevens. No good from outside. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Cavaliers ahead, up by 2. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, You'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Okoro. Now here's Mobley. He's covered by Ayton. Garland draws the double. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Sometimes it looks like for Garland the game comes a bit easy, whether making plays for himself or others.
And the basket is good.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
When you look at the age of Jared Allen, the way he's developed, he could be a top 5 center in the league very soon. Fantastic impact on the court he has.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Steps back. Here's Mitchell. 4-3. On the wing, Mitchell. Right side, Garland. Goes up again. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Paul. And Allen has the defense and finishing that you want from the center spot, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. Allen can switch on the guards with ease. Great lateral movement and contests very well. Having a center that can do that is huge for a team.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Mitchell misses.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
From deep, Mitchell. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set where they're allowing him to settle in. His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Out to Garland. Down low. Six to shoot. Mobley on a screen. Lets it go from deep. Cleveland, the rebound. They shoot again. Garland, no good.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
And after a few seasons of anemic offense, the Cavs have finally started to turn things around.
Yes, they have, and they made a big step forward. Now, there's a nice balance to their offense.
Cleveland calls timeout.
Substitution on the court.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Out to the wing. Tries to snap the cold streak. Stevens' shot is off. Pass to Šarić. Back to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up at the elbow. And too long on the shot.
A struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. You can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
The Suns leading. Pass to Okogie. And here's Booker. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter here. Deflected. Now here's LeVert. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
He does not get the second one.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Rubio. Outside for Love. Looking to end the drought. Okogie pulls down the board. And the Suns with possession. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Outside Booker. Shot on the wing. And the jumper is good. Booker's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, that's what he does. Devin Booker with a beautiful shot there.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Suns on top. They lead by 3. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Now Paul. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Mitchell. The rebound by Bridges. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. And here's Garland. Outside for LeVert. To tie it up. They get it again. Mitchell with the ball. Oh, great D that time from Craig.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Pass to Paul. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. That shot, no good. The Cavs trailing. Mitchell with the ball. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Now Garland. Outside Mitchell. Looking to get it going. As impressive as the numbers were for Mobley as a rookie, the consistency stood out the most, Grant.
Yeah, no question, B.A. Mobley shows up and makes an impact every night. He just finds ways to help the team even when the shots aren't there. He's the type of player that fits with any system. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Paul for 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Craig. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. And the Suns lead by 3. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Suns?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. Focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Phoenix calls timeout. At this point of the game, fourth quarter, it's always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the plans, these players are getting a much-needed chance to get hydrated with some Gatorade. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He told his players, you know your job. Now just go out and do it. Don't get caught up in the moment. I want you to play with a steady pulse. He understands the emotions can run high at this stage of the game.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's foul number 2 for him. The Suns making a switch here. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. It's Booker on the wing. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And the shot is good by Garland.
They had to get something, and Darius coming up big.
Outside Paul. Pass to Aiden. Craig on the wing. Outside Paul. Suns keep it alive. And Aiden gets it to go.
How about that? Aiden showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
Inside. Here's Mobley. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight. And that is why Chris Paul has the ball in his hands. Delivered.
Here's Mitchell. Ooh, Aiden with the block. The Suns leading. We've got 1:23 left to play in the fourth. And Booker with the jam.
Well, Booker is the leader, and you got to trust him in that spot.
Mitchell into the lane.
When you need a bucket, look to a guy like Mitchell. He's so effective on the floor at finding his scoring opportunities.
Here's Booker. Again, the Suns good for 2.
This guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
Out to the right wing. Garland for 3. Cleveland gets it back.
That's been the difference tonight. They've been insanely disruptive on the glass.
Fires for 3. And Aiden pulls it down.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal. They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. And it's Mitchell. The miss. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
Now a timeout called by Cleveland. They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Twelve seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Stevens' shot is off. Pass to Booker. So the Suns win it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.